I'm Charlotte, this is my homecoming.
Charlotte Cinema has undergone 9 major surgeries to help with a congenital hip condition.
This is my brother George. Hi. Do you want to see some of my paintings?
Charlotte has a talent for painting, and her work is selling for up to $8,000.
Those two.
Hundreds of days in hospital and months of lying around in really big, uncomfortable casts have helped her discover an incredible talent. I also have had multiple surgeries and been in and out of hospital. We both have congenital hip dysplasia. Hip dysplasia is a problem with the formation of the hip joint in children. It can either be the ball of the hip joint, the socket of the hip joint, or both. It can range from barely detectable to severely malformed or dislocated. The condition can be bilateral, both, like me, or unilateral, one, like Charlotte.
Hip dysplasia is something when your hip isn't connected properly, and if it's not connected you start limping, and it's just something that isn't right with your hip, so it makes you limp, but once it is connected you'll just stop limping.
This has to be one of my most prized possessions. It is one of my X-rays signed by the band The Killers. And then you see some more pins. I think that might be what's in at the moment. Because this knobbly bit here had been not cut off for me when they pulled the hip socket out, it's just basically sticking it back together because there's no glue, leg glue. It doesn't exist. So we screw it back together and hope it all works. Where is Charlotte? Oh, there you are. And I'm guessing this is Felicity. Should we go do some painting on her?
Yeah.
So down at Mark's studio?
Yeah, that's right.
Having seen her exhibition, I was keen to meet this girl. Turns out she was keen to suss out what it takes to be a presenter.
Hi, Charlotte. Hi, Kristy. How are you?
Nice. Artist Mark Olsen is mentoring Charlotte. The two met when Mark was visiting his own daughter at Starship Hospital. He was impressed by her bedside doodles and is now helping her to become an awesome artist. Why is the painting upside down, Charlotte?
So that it makes it a bit easier to paint.
Charlotte reads a lot of books and has a huge imagination, which gives her heaps of ideas.
So, what do you want to do next?
The colour in the buttons.
What do you want to do to the colour?
Maybe do it purple.
Why did you pick purple?
I thought it would be good because then there would be two quite dark colours. It would look good if they were together.
Cool.
Very good. And now do you want to paint the colour?
Yeah.
Probably need a bit more paint. Just gently pat it in.
There's always more than one painting on the go.
Rightio.
So what are we painting there?
I'm painting the glove.
And have you almost finished?
No, still got to do the colour over it. Once it's dry though.
So we've got to wait for it to dry.
Yeah.
Should we go shopping while we're waiting for it to dry? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that sounds like an awesome idea. Come on, you wash that brush and we go. Charlotte doesn't appear to have a visible disability with her hips, but she will be forever fragile with the chance of more surgeries in the future. You could kind of say it's a hidden disability. Our hospital visits are over for the moment, but we took some time to share stories.
What did you do when you were in hospital?
Well, I looked at the ceiling a lot, but Mum would always get me a big helium balloon and I'd bang that on the ceiling and count the holes in the ceiling. But I had to do school because you know that Starship does school sometimes. One time I painted light bulbs. So they bought in these light bulbs and we painted them and they're really, really, really cool.
Do you remember that there would be like a smiley chart?
Yes.
Yeah.
The pain rating thing.
Yeah. I remember when I got my drains out, I just straight away, I knew where I'd point. And I would always point to the saddest one after my drains. I knew straight where to go, and I would just go straight there.
Yeah. They're not comfy.
There were a lot of painful times for the both of us. Few people can really understand what it's like to be a kid and facing all of that. One of the things that came out of it, for both of us, was our passion for all things creative.
So when you do a painting, Charlotte, does it come from your brain, the people, or do you know them usually?
Well, kind of both of them, because most of them come from my imagination, but then some people commission me to do it, or I find somebody that I really like, and then I just start painting them. Do you like being a presenter?
I think it's really cool. I get to come and talk to awesome people like you. I don't have to sit around the office all the time. You get to do a whole lot of different things, and that's really, really cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I think you'd be a good presenter one day. So panic walking on this thing.
With a nice healthy bank balance thanks to more than $10,000 in art sales, she can afford to shop at the finest places in town.
Check that out.
And what did she spend some of that money on?
Well, I've spent a new easel and some canvases and paints and brushes. But apart from that, I've kind of saved it, but I really want to buy some more books with it.
And this is Attitude.
Attitude likes providing role models for young people with disabilities. Maybe Charlotte sees a future role for herself on the team.
So this is where I sit. Want to see some of the work that I do?
Yep.
So this is a girl called Celeste. And what she does is she does art, but she does body painting. So like the art you do, but she sticks it onto your face.
Charlotte and I were pretty honest about our hips. Like, my hip still frustrates me at times and lets me down.
We did a shoot where we had to carry backpacks, and the whole idea of the backpack was to put weight in your hips. Now, I didn't say no, and I should have said no.
It's all yours.
That's insane.
Does it feel better than last time?
Well, if I start angling myself like this,
How does that feel?
it feels really pressuring on the knees. Like
Okay then.
So I think that's the hardest bit of my job, is actually learning to say, well, actually, wait a minute, no, I can't do this. The hip dysplasia is so fragile, and if I screw that up, I'm in big trouble. So should we check out some What Now stuff?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Charlotte likes the fact that the Attitude crew is now making stuff for What Now? To help kids understand kids like us.
Hi.
There's not a lot of fun when you're in hospital. Charlotte's family have found a way to turn something painful into something special by making home movies.
Baby. Georgie, I've got one thing to tell you. If you want a cuddle, please don't roll over and go onto my tummy and give me a cuddle, because my cast is here too.
Kids with medical issues are not the only ones on this journey. Their families are going through it too.
Oh, she calls it her gift. So I think it gives her, besides the hip thing and the whole focus and the intensity of being a hip kid, it gives her another focus and a kind of sense of identity, really, that she's an artist and has a gift. I think you learn to be patient and stick at things and keep doing things in one place, and the resilience of dealing with pain and hospital stays and things definitely plays out in her character as she paints.
I thought that meeting Charlotte was about me teaching her a thing or two about life. But as it turned out, she taught me something too.
Well, it feels really good that I know that I'm not like the only person with it. I know quite a few people now.
I just want to thank her for actually saying, hey, I have it too, because I thought I was one of the only people in the world. I've never met anyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks cool.
I'm regretting it.
That's funny.